This product is developed specifically for Dynamics 365 Finance Supply Chain Management. That's why it's an embedded product. Embedded means it's built inside Dynamics, so you get the full benefits of Dynamics. So what are the benefits of using a pick-to-light system within Dynamics? First, increased operational efficiency. Less time spent locating items, and faster picking. That means you can handle a higher order volume in the same time frame. Second, reduced human error. Fewer mistakes while locating and picking items, which reduces costly returns. Third, better labor utilization. Minimal training, especially during peak season. Because the lights guide people on the floor, it makes work much easier. It also helps you manage labor during peak periods. Next, I'll talk about the infrastructure. We are not a warehouse software company or an electronics company. We are a Microsoft partner, so when we develop a solution, we build it in FO, and we use Microsoft technology as much as possible. There are many pick-to-light solutions in the market. We reviewed them before building this product. That's where the idea came from. The biggest issue is that they require a lot of integration and a lot of data synchronization. That creates daily operational exceptions, more troubleshooting, and lower efficiency. We said, pick-to-light is a must-have in many warehouses, but most market solutions also add the burden of bringing their own WMS software. We built only the IoT layer, fully aligned with supply chain management. Everything you'll see is inside the Advanced Warehouse Management module in D365. So the advantage is you don't need to learn new software, and you don't need to change how you work. We simply add efficiency, ease of use, and guidance for end users. We provide that guidance using pick-to-light and pick-from-light technology. You will still use the D365 Advanced WMS application on your scanner. You can still collect telemetry and insights, and you can use all advanced WMS features like pick paths, zone picking, consolidation, cluster picking, and more. What we do is capture events in the software and use Azure services to push them to our IoT devices. So it's only for D365, and you can keep using all D365 WMS functions. This is not a traditional integration, so it's not impacted by integration limitations in D365. That's becoming more important every day. Microsoft continues to add new integration limitations. Whenever Microsoft releases a new version, you can benefit from new functionality because we work directly with the new D365 version. Implementation is like any D365 project. The methodology is the same. So it's easy for IT teams already familiar with D365. It's also secure and compliant. So where does it come from? Let's talk about that. It's cloud only. We don't install any servers on site, and we don't install separate software. Everything is either in D365 or in Microsoft Azure. Our system is completely stateless. That means we don't add business logic. We only follow what happens in D365. We don't add business logic, and we don't have a database. There's no synchronization. D365 remains the system of record, the single source of truth. Because of that, it's very secure. We don't export your data. D365 only sends small messages to our devices. Go to this location. This is the new item. Quantity changed, etc. That message stays in the cloud for seconds only. Once the message reaches the device, it's deleted, so no data is stored outside your D365. So you don't need to worry about security. It's also easy to maintain. There are many devices installed in the warehouse, so we support firmware management. Devices can update over the internet. And since everything runs on Azure, high availability is built in. In D365, when something happens, we catch it quickly. There's a message queue. I'll show it. We generate a message, and when it's created, we trigger a business event that goes to Azure Functions and a message broker, and through Azure IoT Hub to the end device. We also collect telemetry from the devices. That's it. So how does it look? Currently, we're seeing a device ID. This is mainly for IT. Nothing you need to worry about. All devices are managed in Azure. What the ePaper does is display warehouse or order-related data based on your needs. Let me show a few examples. This is a location with no work for it right now. It's showing only the location ID. You can display a barcode for the location, the item code, item name, and current quantity. When there's a pick order from this location, you'll see pick quantity. For today's demo, when a pick happens, we remove the location quantity and show your license plate barcodes here. I'll explain that more later. This is a to label. You can use it for bins or for cluster picking. On your carts, it shows where the user needs to go, pick quantity, order numbers, work number, and more. These are adjustable. During implementation, we redesign the layout based on your process. Even for today's demo, we already redesigned some parts. So one question I have is the number of barcodes displayed flexible or only the information is flexible? For example, the pick quantity here is 45. Can I also show 45 as a barcode so the person can scan it directly? Or can you only show one barcode on the label? There is no limitation. Today you'll see 2 barcodes. In some scenarios, we can show 3 or 4. The only limitation is screen size. As long as everything fits on the screen and is readable for scanners and people, we can display it. We can also use many barcode types. Code 128, Code 39, and others. We support the majority of barcode formats. If you have 2D scanners, we can display QR codes too. Because the screens are fully graphic, we can generate and display QR codes as needed. So what devices do we have? We support 2 main scenarios. First is pick from light. We place devices on your locations or shelves. When you need to pick from a shelf, for sales picking, transfer orders, production picking, whatever, we show the information directly on the shelf. Instead of simple lights, we display the details. The second is pick to light. Pick to light can be on bins or on collection carts, especially if you use carts and cluster picking. As we discussed, you're not using it today, but with this system you might reconsider. We also show the user, after picking an item from the shelf, which bin the item should go to. This is the screen version. It can be on carts, or it can be smart lights without a screen, just the light. So these are the hardware options we provide. We have a color screen with RGB LEDs. It's a 4-color screen, black, white, yellow, and red. It also has an embedded RGB light. The front face is transparent, so when the LED turns on, the whole unit lights up. This is our new design. It's currently in production. Also have the same unit with a black and white screen. The advantage is faster refresh time and a wider operating temperature range. So if you have freezer locations, we use the black and white option. There's also a no screen model. All 3 are the same device, only the screen changes. All 3 have an RGB light, and all 3 have a smart button. All 3 can be battery powered, rechargeable, or cabled. For shelves and racks, we prefer cabling because they're stationary. You do it once, and you don't need to worry about charging batteries. Battery-powered devices are mainly for bins. For example, if you attach them to bins, or to a collection pallet or cart. For racks, we use a gateway device. With one gateway, you can connect up to 255 devices. Any of these 3 types. This reduces Wi-Fi noise in your warehouse. Fewer Wi-Fi devices means better performance. We use power line communication, so it's only a 2-core cable. Like a telephone cable, carrying both power and data. That makes cabling cheaper and easier. We can also connect tower lights to the gateways. This helps when a location label isn't easily visible. At the front of the rack, you can install a tower light to guide users to the right aisle first. By lighting up the correct aisle, you guide the user to the right location. So these are the devices we have. Any questions so far? Okay, moving on. Location labeling on racks means you don't need to worry about relabeling locations. Whenever the product changes, the labels update automatically. Barcodes update as well. If you change check digits for locations periodically, the check digit barcodes update automatically. Everything is electronic, so you don't need paper labels anymore. You can use it for pick-to-light in sales picking, transfer orders, or order picking. You can also use it for cycle counting, replenishment, consolidation, any warehouse operations. Supported in D365. On the trolleys, we use pick-to-light for putaways, and on the totes we use